Hello everybody, what is going on and welcome back to the Road to Glory career mode. I hope you are all doing well. If you missed the previous video, I definitely recommend you go and check it out before you watch this one because we finished off the regular championship season and to say the very least, it was pretty crazy. We finished, of course, outside of automatic promotion by a single point. It went to the final day where we got the result against Hull, but sadly, Millwall could not manage the result against Fulham. So, yeah, a point separated us, which means today is the playoffs. And looking at the three teams that we could well face in this, well, we are going to be facing at least one of them. We have got Preston as our semi-final opponents, 2 legs against them, and then it's one of Middlesbrough or Brentford. Now, looking at the three teams, we've actually not lost a single game to any of them. We've got a win and a draw against Preston so far in the championship season, a win and a draw against Brentford, and 2 wins against Middlesbrough. So actually looking at those results, I feel like Middlesbrough potentially is the best opponent for us to face in that final between Brentford and them because, yeah, we beat them twice. So, I mean, I don't think it really matters when you're playing playoff football how you got on in the rest of the season because at the end of the day, it's 2 games and then a single game at Wembley. So, I guess we won't really worry about it too much. You've still got a massive job to do against Preston. But to show you before we get started then today, the team of the competition and some other things as well that have been announced. Diego Lopez is in there, but I haven't actually seen player of the competition, so I'm not sure if that's announced at a later date. But there is the team anyway. We have, I think, 3 players in there. Mitchell, Laquerda and Lopez. So 3 of our boys managing to get themselves into the championship team of the year, mixed in with some other players as well. Brentford, Paintsill is in there. He's been phenomenal for them this season and a few other ones as well. But sharpshooter Karamoa, 25 goals this season for him. He won the Golden Boot. The goalkeeper of the tournament went to Sam Johnstone. And that's it pretty much to show you because, like I said, I don't know who is the player of the competition. But on that regard, actually, I guess we can take a quick look before we jump into game and see how Lopez actually performed against the rest of the league. Because if we look at the goals, he was 1 behind Karamoa, which is pretty good when you consider he played 2 games less. And then in terms of assists, he was also 3rd on that list as well, 14 to his name. But beaten by the 2 Brentford lads in Jensen and Mbeumo. Now, we know the job. We've got to do it. I've said this in the previous episode. If we fail to get promotion to the Premier League, Lopez will be leaving. And, yeah, do we really want to be playing championship football again next season? I know I don't. I'm sure you don't want to either. So, essentially, can't mess this up today. We travel to Preston for the first leg of the semi-finals then. And ahead of this one, Chong came and asked to start for this game. So, we're going to put our faith in him. He gets the start at left wing. Solano dropping to the bench as El Ghazi will lead the line. Slider settings, of course, remain the exact same as they have done throughout the entire season. And there they are for you. I'm going to be playing the semi-finals on 5 minutes a half. And if we make it through to the final, that will be on 7 minutes a half. But it's a strong side. Really, it's probably one of our strongest that we've got available to us. Maybe Solano comes in terms of rating to replace Chong. Solano being 79. But other than that, I've got every faith that this is the team that will get the job done here away to Preston. Barcusen for Preston, trying some trickery as he plays the ball through. Maguire's in behind. Maguire now with a good opportunity. Send it across. And there it is as Jose Antonio will clear it away. And that is a bit of danger for us to have to deal with early on. Maguire 1-2. Gets it back from Brown. He's in our penalty area. And at the moment, we're struggling a little bit here to get this ball back. Maguire again. Now into the feet of Brown, who gets his shot away. It's come back off the post. And Jose Antonio will launch it away. But the pressure right now is mounting. We can't seem to get this ball away. Harrop, don't tell me they're going to score so early on in this one. Curtis Jones trying to win it. Doesn't come out with the ball. I can't get it off them. Maguire now then. That's the cross into the box. Jose Antonio doesn't clear it because it's straight back at us. What are we doing? A period now of about 10 minutes where we just can't get out of our penalty area. And right now, Preston showing that they mean business in this semi-final. But as Curtis Jones, it seems a little bit too easy there as he gets through. And Lopez, there's not a chance that he misses that. And for all Preston's hard work, they've let themselves down massively there. Because they've put the pressure on for 20 minutes. They've penned us into our own half. And then Curtis Jones runs at them. They allow Lopez the space in behind. And they will be livid at how that's happened. completely against the run of play here, but Diego Lopez does not miss those. Jones finds Saka. Now El Ghazi, the 1-2 is brilliant, and no offside flag either. Bukayo Saka lifts it over the goalkeeper, and Forest Green take complete control in this playoff semi-final first leg. Just like that, 2 chances all we need. It is the quality from Bukayo Saka that makes this though completely. They can claim offside all they want, but it's never going to come. And that is why this team deserves to be playing Premier League football. Just look at how good that goal was. Preston in need now then of a response. There's the delivery, and Brown's header is emphatic, but Joe Hart keeps it out. El Ghazi out wide to Saka. The run of Curtis Jones straight through the middle is found. And now can he make it 3-0? Curtis Jones, yes he can. And that is probably where Preston's hopes will end in this championship playoffs. They've given it a good go. I've got to give them credit. Coming into this game, I fully expected that we would dominate the game. And although the scoreline suggests that that is the case, it's really not. Because we've been quite fortunate to actually not have conceded during this one. But Curtis Jones grabs yet another goal from midfield. He's popped up with quite a few this season. He hasn't got like loads, but he's got quite a few. So, yeah, he's been proven to be a great loan deal that we've got in. And if we go to the Premier League, maybe we bring him back next season if we get there. And if we stay in the Championship, then he'll definitely be coming back. Because he'll do a great job for us again if we are here next season. Just I'm not quite sure if he's ready for Premier League football yet. El Ghazi, look at the run from Chong here. Anwar El Ghazi will spot it. Chong across the face of goal. Lopez is nearly turned into his own net by the defender. And Lopez can't get there as the ball trickles behind for a corner. Johnson in our penalty area to try and pull one back. And again, it's Joe Hart who has stopped Preston from finding a goal in this game. Full credit to Joe Hart today. He's been brilliant. So too has our back two of Ribeiro and Jose Antonio. Our centre-back pairing has been sensational. They don't get enough credit, but a shout out to those guys because we haven't just been able to attack today. They've had to defend, and especially Joe Hart, a couple of really big saves in this game as that corner into the box. Lukeda can't quite head it away as on the turn is Boa. Typical centre-back strike that. Didn't really get the connection he was hoping for. Adams, Lopez is in again, and Diego Lopez might just make it 4. And that is why he needs to leave if we're not in the Premier League. Look at that for a goal. The scoreline is so harsh. It's so harsh on those fans that are sat inside the ground and can't quite believe what they're seeing. But they've come up against arguably the best player in, I'd say, England. I know he's not playing at that level yet, but he's definitely the best player in the Championship, without a shadow of a doubt. And there is full time. It's finished 4-0 here as we essentially book our spot in the playoff final. I won't tell you how the other games are going because I want to keep you in suspense for that one and see who our opponents could be. But if we lose it from this point forward now, we don't deserve to be in the Premier League because with a 4-goal advantage, you should be already there in the final. A couple of changes to our team then as Lopez drops to the bench. El Ghazi goes to Cam. And also Kolpani in for Curtis Jones. Both of those being rested as they were looking a little bit worse on the fitness side of things than some of the other players that retain their spots. As Preston go with that team there. Again, Brown is the player to watch after that first leg. He was the one causing the issues in that first half. And the chances were going through him. Bayliss finds the feet of Brown, who turns well, and he gets the goal after only 5 minutes. The man we highlighted before kickoff has got a goal back, but surely not. Surely there isn't a fight back in this game. I mean, I know I've not really, played our strongest 11, resting the 2 players I have, but the defence is the same. And this is where last game we got away with it because they hit the post. Hart made a couple of saves. But this time tonight, first shot, first goal for Preston. I'll only start worrying if they get to I'd say, 2-0. Under 30 minutes to play. One team trying to salvage their season as Brown hits the crossbar with the header at the near post. And the other team are just trying to book their spot in the final. But at the moment, we're 1-0 down on the night. And 4 momentum going into what could be, either Brentford or Middlesbrough. This won't do us very good at all to lose this game. Yeah, it's not the end of the world because, we're going to get the result anyway. But Seems a little bit ridiculous, really, that we are not really playing very well at all, as that was a chance for Stockley. I think Ribeiro did enough to put him off, though, and that's probably why it hasn't worked out better than he was hoping to. Ribeiro will play that to Colpani, and now there's a chance for us to create something ourselves as El Ghazi to Solano. Solano's ball will find Ollie White, but not enough pace to go all the way, so easy pass to Colpani again, who's not really had a good game here, it has to be said. Preston throwing bodies up now, trying to get more goals in this game. Could cause them to end up conceding here with Ollie White driving through. Now to Chong. It's blocked by the only player that was in that box for Preston. Anywhere else, that's 1-1. Of course, though, Chong can't find the corner of the goal. Just decides to hit the defender who was there. And, yeah, I've got to say, full credit to Preston, because they've given it everything they have, but time is just not on their side, and that first leg has done the damage pretty much as they knock the ball around here pretty well. The cross is blocked by Facer, who can take it away. Now Lacerda out for Ollie White, and you can see there is a lot of space here for us to use as Solano now then surely will wrap this up. Christian Solano, Anwar El Ghazi to his left. We're going to go for the easy goal, and that is 1-1 on the night. And now it is done. Well, it was already done, wasn't it? But I'm just glad that it looks like we're not going to lose the game. It might even get better for us as well as Lacerda now is in. And they've crumbled when it matters most. Lacerda, it's the like-for-like goal. And we are going to end up winning the game as well. They tried to get play started really quickly and just went for it straight from kickoff. You can understand why, but yeah, they've ended up losing it now. And it's horrible to look at for them. 6-1 on aggregate, 2-1 on the night. Ollie White on the score sheet now. Such a strange ending to the game, but it has finished 2-1 here at the New Lawn. We will get the win on the board. And although, yeah, you know, we have got that win, performance-wise, it wasn't phenomenal. That has to be said, you know. I get completely that we already had the massive advantage, but looking at the way we played there, we are going to have to be better. Take note of the first game. That's how we've got to play in terms of the attacking intent moving into the final, and make sure we defend as well. 3 minutes between the two goals that made sure that we get the win here tonight. But let's see who we face then. After a very close double leg Brentford triumph over Middlesbrough, and they are the team we will face. And that worries me a little bit, because Brentford are a dangerous team. They've got a lot of quality in the attacking sense, and they scored 99 goals this season in the Championship. They were the league's top scorers. So, yeah, I think I'd have much preferred to have played Middlesbrough, but that's how it's panned out, and this is going to be a real test for us. You know, they've got Paintsil, who I'm looking at maybe bringing in next season. In fact, I am scouting both Paintsil and Mbeumo ahead of next season. So that kind of shows you how much respect I have for this Brentford team. Our team selection needs to be on point. We're going to have to go for this. So let's change it around and I'll be back in a second. Our biggest game of our Championship season is upon us. We've played at Wembley before. It was the Carabao Cup final, and we triumphed in that game after holding on to win it. And our team looks like this. Joe Hart, Mitchell, Ribeiro, Jose Antonio and Facer, Curtis Jones, Lacerda, Lopez, Saka, Solano and El Ghazi as the front three. Now, I apologise. I missed the Brentford 11. So what I'll do is, before we get the game kicked off, I will show you it in the menu, so that way we can see who is playing. But as Lacerda, it looks like, is leading, well, with Lopez as well being allowed in the little huddle there. These boys know what's at stake. They know that this is the moment we were waiting for. Could we be in the Premier League with Forest Green after this game? Well, we could, but still got to do the job. So let's quickly take a look at that the Brentford 11. I said Preston that many times today. It's stuck in my head. Here it is. So Raya in goal. Henry, Janssen, Jean-Vier and Delsgaard at the back. Pinnock, Jensen and Kuziev in midfield. But their quality is in that front three, isn't it? Paintsil, Fors and Mbeumo. Here we go. Championship final. Or playoff final even. Brentford get the game underway. Here is Fors, goes back towards Dalsgaard, who's got the opportunity now to maybe get the cross in. Instead chooses for the easy ball. Kuziev Dalsgaard, again, will send it back post, and Mitchell heads it back into a dangerous area. That is not where you put the ball, Mitchell. You put it out. And Mbuemo scores an overhead kick after 8 minutes. And it's disaster for Forest Green, and yet again, it's a mistake that might well cost us. It's come from such a consistent performer as well. Mitchell at right back this season has been one of the players who we could rely on the most. Mbuemo, overhead kick, and Brentford strike first. I highlighted the danger. I gave them respect before kickoff. You can't give your opponents too much respect, but there's a reason why. And that's because that's what they can do. Well then, just going to have to regather ourselves and go again, because that is a disastrous start. Brentford comes straight back at us again then. Paintsil into the feet of Jensen. This time Mitchell does a lot better with that. Now finds Saka. Lopez takes it under control. Feeds it down the line for Solano. Saka needs to get the run on the inside. Solano, though, choosing to go maybe himself. He's brought down, and it will be a penalty kick. There is drama after minutes in this final. If you're the neutral, this is what you want to be watching. And now we've got a massive chance of an equaliser, and it's going to have to be a penalty. Oh, don't miss it. Please don't miss it. Who do we give it to? Do we give it to Lopez, the captain, or do we give it to Saka, who has the best penalty stats, I think, in the team? Solano's taken responsibility after winning it. Do we just make Solano take it? Saka is the best penalty kick taker at the club, though. It's a difficult decision, but I am going to give it to Bukayo Saka. Bottom left. Come on, Saka. Please finish this off. Yes! Preston won. Forest Green won. This game's going to be lively. It has the 4-3 that we got in the earlier part of the season written all over it. I'm telling you that right now. This is going to be a crazy final. Paintsil into the feet of Jensen. Jensen with a shot from distance and nearly found the net. It's a corner ball for us to defend. I've got to say as well, the composure shown by Saka on that penalty was quality in front of this many people. Held his nerve and made sure to score, as Jones will just clear that one away, and nothing stupid from us. And right now, we have to make sure we don't give them another goal back in front. Mbuemo, Paintsil, as Mitchell has been a lot better since that moment of, we'll call it madness, as Paintsil, left-hand side, we're trying to block this. Saka will go over and prevent the cross, but it will now come in from the corner instead. And Mbuemo takes it into that near post again. Jones, the same area, the same outcome. And now Saka might get a one-on-one run up against Rico Henry, and he does. Bukayo Saka goes round him. He's going to have to do it all himself. Where's the defender going from Brentford? I don't know, but Saka's missed it. What was that? What was that? I'm kind of bewildered at what the defender on this far side was doing, because he never went to close Saka down. And then the goal was there. I praised his composure for the penalty. I'm now going to say he didn't have enough there for that chance. I mean, we can't be too harsh, because he pretty much created that all on his own by getting past his man on that left-hand side in Henry. But then after that, he's done the hard part. Finish it, mate. A minute left of this first half, which has been end to end. And this is so hard to call. Forbes looking to turn the ball through. It's a great chance, and Jensen will score. We had to hold out. We had to hold out till half-time. This is, I tell you right now, got a really bad feeling about the second half. Because Brentford, I don't know what it is. Going forward, they're just so good. And you can see my reaction. This is incredible. We're 2-1 down in the Championship playoff final. And I'm going to say it right now, it's actually been, like, I don't even feel hard done by at being 2-1 down. You know, sometimes when you lose games, you feel a little bit, like, frustrated that, you know, you're not making the saves or whatever. But here, I can't even complain, because Brentford have been quality. We are switching to a 4-2-4 as Chong will replace El Ghazi. Second half underway, and it is a massive 45 minutes for us then. Come on, we need to get this result. Lopez, we need you to just, you know, turn up and do what you do best and create some magic. There's Jones on the ball here. Solano trying to make a move through. Christian Solano nearly gets there. But Kuzyaev is the man there to just make sure that wasn't a chance. And we kind of leave ourselves a little bit exposed now with only 2 in midfield, but it does create the front 4 to hopefully cause some issues as Lopez. He's on the ball, but look at this. They're watching his every move. Diego Lopez gets the shot away. And it will be a free kick anyway because the challenge came in. It's blocked and saved by the keeper. But Jean-Pierre here is probably going to pick up a yellow card. No, just a warning from the referee. Frustration beginning to show here. Embuemo short corner goes to the edge of the penalty area as the shot comes in and Joe Hart has to save it. It goes to 3-1. I think it's pretty much goodbye to the hopes, really. Jensen will swing this corner into the box as Chong gets the head to it. But right now, we just can't get back the ball. And it's beginning to frustrate us. Brentford in complete control of this game. Paintsil in towards the feet of Fors. Fors will find Jensen. Jensen again. No! No! Why aren't we closing it down? Brentford 3, Forest Green 1. It's done. It's done. We are going to be in the Championship again next season. Can't believe it. We've crumbled. We've actually crumbled. Matthias Jensen, man. I bet he hasn't scored all season as well. Yet today he's turned into Mr. Fantastic. I feel crushed because Lopez is now going if this stays. In fact, if it stays, we need a miracle to pull this one out the bag now. An absolute miracle. Jones to Lopez, one-on-one. Come on, Diego, this is your moment. Diego! It's written that we're not going to do this. It's actually written. Because if you play that chance 9 out of 10 times, that's in the bottom corner every time. The one time that it isn't is when we need it most. 32 minutes remain. It's just wave after wave of Brentford attack right now, and we just can't seem to keep them at bay. It's going to be another corner ball. I've made a very bold decision. We're playing 2 at the back. We've pushed our right back and left back up to play in sort of right midfield and left midfield, so acting as sort of wing backs, if you will. And then, of course, we're still playing the 4 up top, but yeah, a couple of changes coming through now as well. 23 minutes remain, but it's still all Brentford, as you see here. Jensen has played out of his mind for them today. Janssen will go close with that header there. I mean, you can see the formation as I have this goal kick. Look at it. Look at the bottom of your screen right now. And look at the formation that we are currently playing. As I've just basically given the ball away. You can kind of see I'm playing a little bit tilted as well, which doesn't help our cause at all. Paintsil offside, ref. Thank you. That's the flag. Right, focus. There is still a chance. Hardy inside the box, near post. It's saved again by Joe Hart, who's definitely earned his paycheck today. Ollie White will take it forward, find the feet of Gelhard, who can spin. Now find Lopez. Lopez will see the run of Facer, who's kind of just let the ball run. Now Lacerda. Look at the stamina bar, though, as Lacerda goes through. Saved by Riera. It will creep its way in, though. And that is a goal that we massively needed. 12 minutes remain. There's no changes left. I've thrown everything out there to try and secure this. Riera pulls off the stop, but it's not enough. Have we got time? Can the Premier League dream still pay out? The players are knackered. We've given literally everything. I mean, you can see there as Lacerda was running through, he was just running out of energy. But he still made it count. And Embuemo denied by Chong. One straight back. And now White can carry to Lopez. Lopez to Jones. But we've got to find the chance from this. Jones to Gelhard. Gelhard back heels for Saka. This is unreal. Bukayo Saka. I don't believe it. It's 3-3 in this Championship final. I'm going to have to turn it back because we don't need this many players there. And just before as well, let me show you the slider settings. This is unreal. Brentford, straight from kickoff, give it away, and they're stupid with it. The dream is still alive, but how much have we got left to give? That's the question. That is the major question. Facer, go back to left back, mate. Go back to what you were doing. Or left wing back, that's fine as well. Ollie White can play right wing back. And do I bring back Jones into the Lopez into the midfield? That's another thing that we possibly could do. Have I actually made 3 changes? I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah. No, I don't know, man. I don't know. Nah, I'm going to leave it. We're going to leave it as it is. 3-3. This is ridiculous, man. I thought the 4-3 game against them in the league wasn't going to be topped, but you're seeing it right here. Bukayo Saka places that one for his second of the game. But it's going to be heartbreak if they go up the other end and score immediately. Hardy with the header from the edge of the penalty area goes over. And for all the chances they've created, they will be kicking themselves that it is now 3-3. I thought we would not top last episode. That was mental. I enjoyed every moment of that, and it was crazy the race that we were in. And then you look at today instead as Lopez finds Chong. No way. Chong's in behind, needs a good delivery. It's across the face of goal. I'm losing my marbles. Gelhardt scores. The man who I wrote off. I said he hasn't got a future at Forest Green. And he's just scored the winner, or potentially the winner, in the playoff final. This series keeps delivering. The story keeps giving. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Gelhardt's just written his name in the history books. He's barely played any football here at Forest Green. He's going to be leaving next season anyway. Oh my goodness. I call this formation the wall, as we've gone pretty much everyone defending with the last minutes upon us. Jensen, he's going to be so angry. He's had such a good game. As the ball into the box, Jose Antonio wins that header. Saka will take it away. Just run with it. And now smash it into the corner. That's not in the corner. That's just straight down the middle. Janssen, Pinnock, we've still got one more piece of defending to do. And then we are in the Premier League if we can. Hardy, trying to find the ball through. It's not worked. Faisal launches it long. Gelhardt flicks it on into the last minute. Embuemo, Jensen. It's not going to be Brentford's day. Or is it? Or is it? Jensen, Hardy saved by Hart. Yes. We have done it. Joe Hart launches the ball. This is incredible. I'm actually stunned. Like, we've had some pretty mental comebacks on this channel before, but this is right up there with them. Let's just watch these scenes play out on how this game actually panned out. Lopez is staying, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to be here again next season. Unless for something drastic. But I'd written it off. I was preparing in my head how I was going to go about the championship season next season. The players I was going to let go, try and bring in, and how I was going to play through it, because I thought it was done. You know, 3-1 to the league's top scorers. And the amount of chances they had as well. I'll show you the match facts in a moment. They were relentless. And for the second time in a season, a game between Forest Green Rovers and Brentford has finished 4-3. You don't see it often, but we've had it twice this year. And that goal there from Saka. The Lacerda one, actually. That, for me, is the goal that kind of started it all, because that could have so easily been saved and trickled past the post instead of going in. And then that's just stupid. Gelhardt, who's done nothing, absolutely nothing. I threw him on in the final just to kind of give him the game and say, all right, well, we need some fresh legs then. And he does that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the Premier League next season. They're the match facts, though. And that right there has got to be an underdog story. 14 shots, 8 on target for Brentford. 10 and 5 for us. We scored 4 of the 5. Player ratings, all accounts, Lopez actually had a very, very quiet game. Gelhardt, man of the match. What? Saka got 2. Chong with an assist. Facer with an assist. That formation on your screen is not what we played, of course, throughout the game. That's just what we switched to. For once, I'm actually going to do the post-match interview just to kind of talk about it. And this is where they need to have the questions, which would be mental, because how would you explain something like that? You can't really put it into words. And I am now going to have to think about what we do next season in the Premier League, because without sounding too harsh, I'm not sure my team is up to Premier League standards. The performance today was incredible. What an amazing game against Brentford. How do you feel to win the trophy? Such determination and force. What's the next question about? 2 goals to secure a win. Saka was the hero today. An overall great performance. And by the way, he goes back to Arsenal at the end of this season, so he's coming back. You can assure yourself of that. And a very tight match until the end. You managed to score the winner in the last minutes. Luck was on your side. I don't know what to say about that. Luck will not be needed next time. Well, that brings us to a close. And what I'm going to do is I will sign off the episode here. And then before the next episode in our new season, I will show you a quick squad report following this year. And then we will jump into... Oh, no, in fact, let's do it now. Let's do it now, because then we can see what the budget is going to be in the Premier League for our first season in it. And then we can go from there. But there's going to be quite a few players leaving us, just to let you guys know. There's going to be a lot of changes next season. I plan on bringing in quite a few new players, letting go of quite a few of our players who are not up to standard here. I have not made any pre-contract signings, by the way, this season. So we don't have any players coming in for free. So, our squad report now then. As I scroll through this quickly, Joe Hart, 35 years of age. This season, bit hit and miss, but when it's mattered, he's delivered, especially in that final. In terms of our other goalkeepers, Mitov, who's been here for a very long time, started the series with us, will probably be going. So too will Jay Cook. Hasn't really made his name yet, and I don't think he's going to. And then this guy, Alexandru Mercier, is probably going to be going as well. But Lance Moore, potential to be special, 64-8 at the age of 16. I'm going to be training him and getting him to a really good position. I'm still not sure about Tyler Turner. We'll see what happens with him. Mills going at the end of the year, or into next season at least. Facer will remain at the club. Ribeiro's not our player. He goes back. Jose Antonio will be staying too. Rawson probably going to be leaving. McGinley will definitely be leaving. Mitchell staying. Cox, we'll see. Cabral staying for now. Lacerda will stay. Lewis will probably be going. Saka will be returning to the club because he goes back to Arsenal, but I'll try and get him back, at least on a loan deal. I don't think I'll have the money to bring him in permanently. Chong, of course, is our player. Will be staying next season. Winchester, Kolpani. Winchester, we'll see. Kolpani's not our player. He goes back as well. Adams, I said I was going to keep him till the end. He will be staying. Curtis Jones, going to try and see whether or not we get him back. We'll make our decision next time out. Joel Davis will loan out. Mason will probably loan out as well. Ollie White is on the loan list already, although he could well be leaving the club on a permanent basis. Morgan, he's already transfer listed, so he's going. Lopez, the main man, he's going to be here next season. I love it. I love it. El Ghazi will stay. Liam Davis will probably come back, and we'll look to either sell or loan him out again. Christopher Fries will sell. Morgan will sell. Harun will probably sell. We bought him, you might remember, for quite cheap. I've just been training him literally to get money back. This is the one that I'm now not sure about. Because Joseph Gelhardt had no future here at Forest Green. And then he scores the winner that gets us to the Prem. So I think I might leave that one up to you. Let me know what you guys think. Should we keep a hold of Joseph Gelhardt or not? Solano, 80 rated now, will be staying next season, worth £18 million, age of 21. In terms of stats this year, though, there's one player leading it, and he's right there. Bukayo Saka, not too far behind. Solano, not far behind. El Ghazi too. But in terms of our most valued player, of course, it is Lopez. I believe the next one after that, who actually belongs to us, will probably be Solano. Yes, it is. So that's how we look. So you can see that this team definitely needs improving into the Premier League next season. So I'll skip ahead. We'll see the budget, and then we'll sign off the episode today. Before we enter the new season, though, let's take a quick look at the rest of the leagues and see how they played out. So Man City won the Premier League on 103 points into the French League, where, of course, it'll probably be PSG. It's just 38 wins from 38 games, whatever. Bundesliga, same story. Bayern losing a single game. Serie A went over to Juve. Again, 1 defeat. This happens way too much, by the way. They need to try and fix this somehow. PSV winning the Eredivisie. And then over to La Liga, where it was Barcelona. 110 points. Again, undefeated. So seems like we're handing out undefeated seasons all across the board, really. But for the Champions League and the Europa League, they are the only other two things to check out before we go today. And then we'll get ourselves into the new season. The Champions League went to Barcelona after a 3-1 victory over Bayern. And then the Europa League went to... Who did it go to? Well, it's taken a while to load, but as soon as it does, we will find out. Again, I don't know why it takes so long, but there you go. Milan beat Arsenal in the final by 2-1. Arsenal, of course, being my team. But I've just noticed as well that my managerial rating, 69. So it's gone back into the red. I don't know why that is. Maybe we'll find out at the end of this when the board gives us our meeting to tell us what we did and what we didn't do. But yeah, I don't know why it's in the red. We've got back-to-back promotions with Forest Green. So I'd like to think I'm doing a good job, but apparently not, you know. We'll find out now as we end the season. The board has come to an end. We feel that it was a satisfactory performance. I'd call it better than that, but whatever. All right, into the new season. So here is our budget then, and it's about what I expected. £35 million with 120k a week in the wages. I was sort of thinking we'd get somewhere in the region of about 40, but that's pretty much what we've come to expect. And looking at our side now, it's going to be a very tough season for us, it feels like. But we'll get started on trying to bring new players in and let players go. If you have any suggestions that you might want to see join us here at Forest Green, then please do leave a comment down below. I'll be sure to check them out and maybe even bring 1 or 2 in. But I want to say a massive thank you for your support on this series. I do appreciate it's not one of the most favourite on my channel in terms of people watching it and whatnot. But in the recent videos, man, it's been crazy, and it's been such a fun series to be recording over the past few days, especially with all that's happening in it. So hopefully that comes across in the videos that I've been enjoying it a lot more, and hopefully as well you guys have enjoyed the pretty epic journey we've been on so far, and we'll look for it to continue with Premier League football from next season. But until next time, have a great day, have a great evening. If you aren't around here, like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. Stay safe, people, and I will catch you all again very, very soon. Adios.